Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father, those only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who are letting us truth from daily. Um, this is going to be just another quick lesson to the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I'm going to be going into, again, more into, Psalms 26 and 6, man, um, which is washing our hands in innocency, man. And the way to wash our hands in innocency is to once again preach this word and warn the Lord's people, which are the Israelites. Okay, warn our people of the said perils to come. Warn them about Jacob's trouble. Warn them about the mark of the beast, which is the RFID, and warn them about different things that are coming down the pipeline. Okay, so we're supposed to warn them of these things about World War III coming. We got to warn them of all these things. Okay, so that way their blood is not on our hands. That's how we wash our hands in innocency, by preaching and warning our people. All right, now let's look up that word once again. It says in innocency, right? And let's look up that Hebrew word innocency once again.
Strong's H 5356. Nikayon. Nikayon.
Nikayon. So it's nikayon. That's Hebrew definition of innocency. All right. Which goes back to being cleanliness. It says cleanliness, right? Cleanness. It says freedom from guilt. So, and it says freedom from punishment. Cleanliness of teeth, physical sense. So freedom from guilt is what I really want to get at. See, freedom from guilt. So you become guiltless. Once again, you become guiltless when you preach the word and you warn our people of the said perils to come, the Israelites. So we're supposed to warn Yahweh Shemel Shai, the Lord's people, from the said perils to come. We're supposed to warn them about Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast, World War III, all these different things that are happening, all these prophecies. So we're supposed to warn the Israelites of these things, so that way their blood is off our hands. Let's go back. Let's get into it now. So we looked at that word innocence. So you become guiltless. You become guiltless when you get the blood off your hands. That's a good thing. All right. When you get the blood off your hands, when you preach and teach and warn our people, okay, to save their lives. That's why it says to warn the wicked to save his life. All right. You become guiltless. That's a good thing. So you're not held accountable for anybody's blood if you're warning them. You get the blood off your hands when you warn the Lord's flock. Psalms 26 and 6. I will wash my hands in innocency. So we looked up that word innocency. It goes back to freedom of guilt. All right. So you become freed from guilt. You become guiltless. So you don't get held accountable for anything. All right. You're not held accountable for anybody's blood because you warned everybody. All right. As a prophet, that's what we're supposed to do. Warn our people. So we get the blood off our hands. The blood of who? The blood of the other nations. The blood of the people. The blood of the transgressors. We get that off our hands. All right. We get the blood off everybody else off our hands when we preach this word and warn our people. That's how we get the blood off our hands. All right. Wash our hands in innocency. Once again, preaching, teaching, warning our people of what's to come is how we wash our hands in innocency. All right. That's how we wash our hands. Innocency. Wash our hands from what? Wash the blood off our hands. Wash everybody else's blood off our hands. All right. And once again, this is not physical blood that you can see. This is spiritual blood that you have on you. If you're not warning anybody, that blood is on your hands, but you don't physically see it. So if you're not warning anybody, their blood, in a spiritual sense, their blood is on you. All right. If you're not warning anybody, so our job is to warn the Lord's flock, the Israelites, okay? Warn them from their wicked way to save their lives, all right? And to get the blood off your hands. From there, let's get to the main point. Let's go to Ezekiel 3 and 17, and we'll get ready to close it out. I didn't want to make this too long. Just make this another quick lesson. Ezekiel 3 and 17. So I can't make longer lessons like I used to. So, it sucks, but whatever. As Lord willing, I'm just glad that I'm still able to teach this word and do something to help this truth. Ezekiel 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman. Now, once again, and we're going to go into that word watchman on the next lesson, Lord willing. So that watchman goes back to us. Okay, we are the watchmen Okay, we're supposed to watch over Israel, the Israelites. We're supposed to warn the Lord's flock, his people, of what's to come. We're supposed to warn them and we're supposed to preach to them, preach this word to them. So we get the blood off our hands, their blood off our hands. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. We're supposed to be giving them warning. All right. Verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way. So we're supposed to warn our people from their wicked ways too. All right. Meaning what? Tell them to repent. We're supposed to tell them to repent. All right. It says not warning. It says, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. All right, because that's what we're doing. We're only trying to save your life by telling you to repent. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. So, if you're not giving him not, if you're giving, it says, if thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked. So you get held accountable. Their blood is on your hands when you're not warning them. Like I said, you see, verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, so if you're doing your job, if you warn the wicked, yet if thou warn the wicked from his and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So that's why we have to watch. That's how we wash our hands in innocency, by warning our people of their ways, telling them to repent, and also warning them of the said perils to come. All right. That's why I said the only way for us to get the blood of the other nations, including our people, off our hands, is to preach, teach, warn, okay, our people from the different things to come upon the earth. All right, the different said perils to come. Jacob's trouble. We're supposed to warn them about that. We're supposed to warn them about the mark of the beast, and we're supposed to warn them about their wicked ways too. Tell them to repent. All right, and that's what we do That's what we be doing on most of our lessons. We be telling you to get right and repent. That's our job as watchmen. We're supposed to try to help the Lord's people by telling them to repent, and also to you know also warning them of the different things that happen upon the earth. Tell them about all these prophecies, like the mark of the beast and Jacob's trouble, that's coming, fastly approaching, actually. So we're warning our people about that. So that's our job. So that way we get their blood off our hands. We get their blood off our hands. Okay? Yet if thou warn the wicked and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Right. So you deliver your soul. All right, you save yourself, you save your soul by warning people. You get the blood off your hands, by warning the Lord's people and the Israelites. And that was the main point that I wanted to get at. So, you know, we want to be found guiltless before Yahweh Shem Shai. So, the best way to be found guiltless is to warn the Lord's people, like He wants us to. He wants us to warn His people and teach. Okay, the main point is we're supposed to teach and we're supposed to warn our people. That's how we get the blood off our hands. That's the main point. But if you're not warning them, it just spoke about right here in the scriptures that if you're not warning them, then their blood becomes it's basically still on your hand, man. You got a lot of blood on your hand if you're not warning anybody. All right. So our job is to preach and to warn the Lord's people, the Lord's flock, of the different said perils to come. All right, including all these prophecies in this Bible. All right, like the mark of the beast, Jacob's trouble. We got to warn them of these things. All right. That's a watchman's job. So Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying. Just a quick lesson. All right. So that's how we wash our hands in innocency, by preaching, teaching, warning the Lord's people of the different, said perils to come. All right. And the different prophecies like Jacob's trouble and the mark of the beast. We got to warn them about. All right. Like the mark of the beast being the RFID. Warn them about that. You see. So we have to warn them about everything, including all these prophecies. All right. So that way their blood is not in our hands. So all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Dash. And, I'm going to go into part 2 on this, Lord willing. Okay. Shalom.